Jason, it's great to be with you here today. Gong is officially now available and transactable on the Microsoft Marketplace. Before we get into what that means for customers, I'd love to get a sense of why Microsoft chose to deepen this partnership with Gong.
Well, hey, it's great to be here, and it's great to see you again, Shane. Thanks for making the time. And it's really about specialization, right? So Microsoft makes this platform and the tools that sellers and people who are revenue-facing engage with every day, Teams, Outlook, Dynamics, and then you combine that with what Gong does in terms of all the semantic understanding of a sale from disparate systems, brings that together, and now we have a chance to really go provide this incredible agentic scenario and tool to people who are out there selling and facing customers. On top of that, when you build it on the Azure platform and the infrastructure, the safe, secure, trusted infrastructure that our enterprise customers really believe in Azure for and come to Azure for, now you've put together a really great recipe for people to completely change their workflow. And so with Gong's Revenue AI OS on top of Microsoft's productivity tools and the relationship we've built between the two, it's pretty exciting what you guys have done, and now it's available in Marketplace.
One of the things that's been a real eye-opener for us is as we've grown globally and gone into new markets like financial services and healthcare and manufacturing, our customers are asking for a safer, more secure environment, and they're using the full suite of Microsoft's applications. And so for us, making this available to them in a completely easy turnkey solution has been very exciting for us. It's been something we've been asked for, and so that's one of the main reasons we're really excited about launching this partnership in the Microsoft Marketplace.
Likewise, it's great to serve customers when you can. It's awesome that you guys have decided and want to come to Azure as that trusted, secure platform, and it's great to have a partnership together. It's the beginning of something I think pretty special.
That's great. And from our side, it's really about meeting the customer where they're already doing work today and the applications and the different systems they're using on the Microsoft side. And so the opportunity that we have to now allow that to occur as work is happening is the really exciting part for us. And we think about the infrastructure that Azure brings and the security that it provides. It's another area where, as we think about how we work with our customers, it allows them to go much faster. And in this market, it seems like speed is everything without sacrificing that security as we go forward.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, coupling the productivity with the Revenue AI OS, as well as built on a trusted platform, is something that both of our customers are asking for all the time. And so I think it's a good partnership in that regard.
As we think about personas, CRO, CIO, a lot of challenges in bringing those groups together. And quite often, not only technically are they separate, but even from a process standpoint or how people get paid, makes it really hard for those teams to work in harmony. As we think about those individuals and trying to do their work, how does this partnership help them?
Yeah, well, being in the marketplace helps them. And so there's about 3 things that I think of as really set it apart or are the big advantage. One, budget. It allows people to manage their budget, buy through one purchasing vehicle, everything in one place. And at the same time, the CIO gets the advantage of decrementing their commitment to Microsoft, and the CRO or the purchaser of the solution, is partnering with the CIO and the company to help fulfill that commitment and optimize the spend and the budget. Second thing is really getting that AI platform or the agentic, the Revenue AI OS application layer with the trusted infrastructure of Microsoft's Azure together on one invoice really makes a big difference to them as well. And then last but not least, it just simplifies the process, right? I mean, having procurement does their job, and it's a hard job to make sure they're getting all of the things done right when they're buying a solution, and this just makes it easier for them. If they're approved to buy Microsoft through the marketplace, now it's just a much more seamless, faster transaction process for them.
We've seen so many situations in deal cycles where procurement, as well-intended as they are, end up slowing deals down. And same thing with security, great intentions, and yet it can take a lot longer, up to 6-9 months in some cases. And so I think that's the part we're really excited about with this partnership. It allows us to deliver those outcomes immediately because of the relationship they already have with Microsoft, and then us being now listed in there affords us a great opportunity as we go forward.
Exactly, right? I mean, what happens is when customers are approved to buy out of the marketplace with Gong in there, now all of a sudden it speeds up that cycle, and they're buying on a trusted, secure platform, one that they know. And so I think it's a pretty good symbiotic opportunity and relationship for us and for the customer as well.
Jason, I want to take a minute for anyone who might be less familiar with Gong. as a point solution, it goes well beyond call recording, note taker, or ingesting emails. It's a revenue AI operating system. It's built in layers. It starts with a revenue graph, a living, continuously updated queryable context layer built entirely on real customer interactions. Every call, email, meeting feeds into it. On top of that, our AI intelligence layer turns that raw, unstructured data into insights, trends, and signals. Things like deal risk, buyer sentiment, competitive mentions, and engagement gaps.
You know, Shane, it's pretty cool because I know Gong has a really high bar in terms of quality. So when you take all those things you talked about, those two layers, and you build it on Azure, the security and the trust that it's built on, I think, only enhances that stack and the layers that you've talked about. And so I know that when people are using Gong on Azure, they're getting great information because you guys have such a good high bar on quality. You know, Shane, when that full stack connects into the Microsoft ecosystem and increasingly runs on the Azure platform, then you really unlock something our customers have asked for, and that's a CRM that gives them the truth. And so it connects all the disparate data, it connects things that are spread around the organization, most importantly, things that may get stale. It helps you ensure that you're giving the most current context to a seller.
And Jason, that's what I think is beautiful. When we get the foundation right, the Gong revenue graph is feeding the system automatically. The whole Microsoft 365 suite and Dynamics 365 get smarter. M365 Copilot gets smarter, forecasting gets smarter, everything downstream improves because the foundation is finally enriched, reliable, and always current. The combination of Gong's Revenue AI OS and Microsoft Azure gives enterprises both the innovation and the confidence at scale.
Agree.
Okay, Jason, and because the intelligence layer is always on, the automation becomes proactive rather than reactive. If a customer mentions a competitor on a Teams call, Gong just doesn't log it. A Gong agent can trigger a workflow in Dynamics or surface a battle card in Outlook. The rep doesn't have to connect those dots manually. That's what we mean when we talk about closing the action gap. The space where momentum dies because no one knew what to do next or didn't have time to act. Gong's agents can handle that. The rep stays focused on the customer.
You know, with the headless CRM design of Dynamics 365 and the way the agents interact, now what happens is you don't have to worry about people logging into other systems to log information or keep things current. They can stay in their workflow, they can stay in Teams, they can stay in Outlook, and all of a sudden now that information is brought together with the Revenue AI OS plus the productivity tools that we provide. And I think that's a great way to keep people, you know, moving forward in what they're doing.
Jason, now let's talk about what's under the hood. For someone buying AI solutions and tools, the real magic is when we get these systems to talk with and communicate well with one another. And that's really the magic, is when Microsoft Copilot or Dynamics can ask or query Gong for the truth because of the breadth of the context that's available, not just for customer interactions, but even internal prep meetings and everything that's being captured across the board. If we were to think about one of our key personas, a leader of RevOps, and how they're going about doing their daily routine, how would you put into their words how this would help them?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it is that interactivity between our systems and Copilot and Dynamics with the ground truth and the understanding that Gong has of a sale. And so I think bringing the two of those together, as you know, if we don't have that piece to complete the puzzle, garbage in, garbage out, we're not going to get an accurate reflection of what's happening in a deal. And so I think bringing those two together the way we have architecturally with the agent-to-agent handoff is what I think really gives a seller or chief revenue officer, you know, that full view that they've probably been lacking in the past or was just harder to get in the past. So now by querying it through a Copilot interface, it's just more natural for them to get a much fuller, richer picture. And as you say, taking our tools and combining with your knowledge really gives someone the truth, which I think has been lacking, you know, that confidence in the sale.
All right, Jason, this has been a great conversation. We really appreciate you taking the time. We're incredibly excited about this partnership. This moves well beyond technology. It's really about an architectural shift that allows a CIO to get more out of the tech stack they have today, and for a CRO to be able to really understand what's happening across their field in a completely different way because of the breadth that they're able to get access to in real time. And when you combine these solutions together, it can really help drive more outcomes and more value for those teams as they're looking to wow their customers and to drive significant outcomes.
Yeah, I agree, and it's great to see the two of us coming together. It's great to see the architectural work we're doing together. Awesome to see you guys in the marketplace, and more importantly for our users, for the people that are out there, doing it every day on the front line, selling. Now we're making their lives easier. So it's great to get both of our products in their workflow. And if people want to check it out, they should go to the Microsoft Marketplace. Check out the new Gong offering that you've got there.
I think it's a great idea, and again, we so appreciate the partnership.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
And I think we're just getting started.
I
A lot
love it.
more to come.
Okay,
Thanks,
thank
James.
you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely.
it.